picture, and then I'll hold it.
And don't worry, the only person who sees is my picture.
And my
Speak
class.
of do what?
Give me the posters. Thank you. Logan, come here. Come here. We're gonna start this today, are we? Come
Good
sit
evening.
here. This knee needs you.
Okay, I'm taking my leg over there.
Logan, please.
I'm taking my toothpaste.
Can everybody see these?
Yep.
Does this have a focus on it?
No. Okay. A 4th grader sits in class struggling with a math problem. Student leans over, shows her where to put the numbers and what sign to use to solve the math problem. She works out the number problem. She leans over and tells her friend thank you, and then asks for help on the next word problem. How does this happen? And how common is this problem? The answers are not as simple as the little girl's just lazy or she doesn't know what she's doing. The answer is there are millions of people in America, adult and children alike, that suffer with problems in reading and writing comprehension, and those are the basic skills you need to do any kind of schoolwork, any kind of letter writing, anything. There are approximately 311 million people living in the United States as of July of this year. Of those 311 million people, 30 million read below a grade level as adults, or read below a 5th grade level as adults. 11 million cannot read at all. This is also among people who speak English, have only ever spoken English in their life, and those that have learned to speak English from before ages 11 and 12, and after between ages 11 and 25 and never learned to speak English. Now that we've seen how common it is for adults in America, let's look at how common it is for children. 8.7 million 4th graders to 12th graders cannot read at grade level. 70% of these students are reading at a 4th grade or below level. 25% of them can't even read. Now that we've looked at how common it is among adults and children, let's look at some of the contributors that contribute to the literacy problems. Vision, of course, if you can't see what you're reading or trying to write, it's not going to come out right. People who have speech problems, who are delayed in learning how to speak, or suffer with speech impediments, some of those people go on to develop reading and writing problems. They develop the phonological awareness, which is being able to sound out and decode words by the arrangement of the letters in them. And some of the problems arise with teaching methods. Most schools teach phonics, which is where you decode words by sounding them out and learning how to spell them. Other schools teach full word recognition. Full word recognition is teaching a child to memorize a word just on sight, which works to a point. If they run across a word they've never learned in school, they're going to have problems learning what that word, how to say that word, how to write that word, and what that word means. Other problems would be like learning disabilities, dyslexia, and Dyslexia is one of them. There are others that will contribute to literacy problems, which is your reading and writing comprehension. Since we've looked at
What that is?
how common it is among adults and children, now what contributes to this problem, we will finish with the fact that this is a problem, and it gets a lot of attention because it's not going away. These numbers are staggering when you look at how many people actually live in the world today. I suffered with reading when I was little, and thankfully I have learned to cope, and I've gotten better at it. Today we have looked and seen how many people it affects, adult and children, and we've seen some of the major contributors to the literacy problems that exist today. Thank you.
I don't know how to stop it.
I read 20 books a year.